here? Is my stream running? What's going on? Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. All right. What's up, dudes? What's up, bros? What's crack-a-lackin'? Just listening to the end of the stream here from AJ. Go ahead and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Your boy's about to hit 300 subs. That's fucking cool. What's up, AJ? Appreciate ya for sending the dudes over. The fellas, the experts, the savages. Who's this skinny guy? This skinny guy hasn't been able to go to the gym, but these arms are still looking fucking bigger than Nate Diaz's, huh? But yeah, bros. The doctor told me I can go back to the gym and like lift weights with my upper body and shit, as long as I'm sitting down. So yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get it back in there. I got this ugly, like scratchy, scabby scar on my knee, but everything's good. I got the stitches taken out a couple days ago on Tuesday, I think. And yeah, bros, we're good on the road to recovery. Knees swollen, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. So you guys, I don't know if you guys want to run through the card. I know we just did run through Baku with AJ. What's up, Useless? What's up, Hernanov? What's crack-a-lackin', my dudes? But man, shit, get some stem cells. Yeah, I gotta get something in this knee, some sort of injection, like a PRP injection. I don't know. Great prediction video. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I mean, with Azat Maxim, dude, I'm either gonna look like a dumbass or I'm gonna look like a fucking genius, bro, if this Azat Maxim pick hits. And it's not like I'm just picking him because he's a big underdog. Like, I just feel like, dude, yeah, I feel like he can keep it not competitive, but like I feel like he can dominate Ulanbekov on the feet. And as long as this dude can keep it off the ground, he can piece to gear up to a decision for sure. Because it's, Maxim is well rounded. He has some wrestling, he has some offensive wrestling, defensive wrestling. I just feel like the striking of Charles Johnson was able to open up Maxim to the takedowns. You know what I mean? It's like he was worried about the striking, and then that's what led to Charles Johnson to have that wrestling success against him. But we'll see. Or, Tagir's going to wrestle fuck him, and I'm just going to, my pick's going to be completely wrong. But I have faith. I feel like he can get it done. I'm not just, trying to go crazy on an underdog. Like, I feel like I'm relatively confident in the pick, even though, Tagir could wrestle him and win, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. He's going to have to go through some shit in order to get that done. But we'll see. We'll see. So what's cracking, my dudes? What are you jamokes up to, huh? Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and check my thing. Useless and Hernanov. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look at some bets, some parlays, anything we can get cooking here. Let's see. Go ahead and open up my book. Let's see. I like Oralby, Sadikov, and who was the other one? Elliott. That's who I like. I feel like that's a nice 3-legger. That's like, it's nothing crazy, but I feel like that's guaranteed to hit. Guaranteed. Yeah, I don't like Tafik Masayev, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know him, but like, I don't like him as a fighter. It's just like I saw that dude quit in Bellator after getting a front kick to the body, to the solar plexus. He was just like, oh, like he basically claimed that it was low, like that it was a low blow, but it wasn't. Hit him clean right in that dude's chest. And then, he just said no mas. He didn't want to keep going. Let's see the lock, KZ. Let's see the lock parlay. Let me go ahead and pull this mofo on up. Share screen. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get to MMA. And then, yeah, I like Roundtree. I mean, I feel like that fight ends in the distance. If Hill Roundtree goes to a decision, I'll be shocked. So let's see. Oban Elliott, Saikov, Orobai, plus 142. Nothing crazy, but solid plus money. I feel like that hits for sure. And then if I want to be a degenerate fucking savage, Melissa Dixon, I like her. I think she's going to win. Alex Siva, I like her. I think she's going to win. Plus 358. Not bad, not bad. Take these ladies out. And if I just throw Maxim in there, what's that looking like? Plus 992. God damn. Let me see. I'm probably going to put like just like $2 on this with the Maxim in that parlay. And then the rest I'm just going to bet it without Maxim. But yeah, bros. I mean, shit, I like it. I like it. Elliott, Sadikov, Orobai. I feel like that's hit. That's hitting for sure. Versus Orobai, who literally died and kept fighting his last fight out. Exactly. So it's like Masayev quit. So we have a quitter against a guy that, like I said in my breakdown, has absolutely zero quit in him. There's not a fucking ounce of quit in Orobai. His brain doesn't understand the concept of quitting. I saw something crazy on Reddit. I know Reddit's like for virgins and nerds or whatever, but it said that Orobai is a lawyer. He has a law degree. So I was like, what? I was shocked to see that. Let me go ahead and show you guys this. Orobai is a lawyer. 10,000 BC law. So we'll see. Let me see. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Reddit. Hopefully I don't have any like fucking weird porn come up on here. UFC. Where are we at? Orobai. Yeah, right here. Orobai has a law degree and is a lawyer, but still decides to fight. Who would have thought? Yes, I have a law degree. I'm a lawyer. I already finished university, but I haven't worked yet. I have a goal right now, and that's to get a UFC title. Once I get my UFC title, then I'm going to pursue my career as a lawyer. What? I thought that this dude fucking hunted mammoths in his free time. You know what I mean? Like, just like fought saber-toothed tigers in a tundra. Orobai is a smart dude. He doesn't, he doesn't really look like it, but he is. He has a degree. That's more than I have. Shit. Grinder KZ, what a career path for the Ice Age man, right? You would have never thought that 10,000 BC Orobai has a law degree. Shocked me. I saw that come up and I was like, what? But yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing that savage fight, law degree or not. That dude's a killer. So we're going to see what's going on with Orobai. But let me go ahead and just show you guys my full card picks just in case you don't know. I'm going to pull up the topology. Share screen. There we go. I'm a whole StreamYard professional now, boys. God damn. All right, so I got Usman decision. I just like his output better. Fighting cases and clubbing seals, exactly. Yeah, let me see. I had this this picture that I made with ChatGPT. This one, AJ showed it on his stream, but it was pretty small. This right here, fucking savage. I just took a picture of Orobai, and I was like, generate an image of this guy riding on the back of a woolly mammoth with like a hooded fur jacket. This is what it gave me. Fucking legendary. Beautiful. But yeah, my picks. We're 3 hours apart, Central American KZ. Really? Were you able to see like my time? It's 9:07 right now. The merch would go so hard. Oh my god, dude. Orobai has so much potential for merch. Just like if he just really like embraces the caveman role. It's pretty offensive, but I'm not being like soy about it, but it's just like, just because this dude is like, I don't even know where Orobai's from. Where the fuck is Orobai from? Dude looks Mongolian, but I don't think he's Mongolian. Let's see. But it's like, just saying that this dude looks like he's from 10,000 BC. I can see how, that kind of sounds a little bit, I don't know, on the opposite of being woke. But let's see. He's from Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, okay. So it's not from Kazakhstan. It's Kyrgyzstan for sure. Dude was born in 1998. What? Orobai is younger than me? What the fuck? This dude looks like he's 50. No, just kidding. Well, yeah, February 10th, 1998. That's crazy, bro. I was born November 19th, 1997. Can't believe Orobai is younger than me. What am I doing with my life? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, dude, Orobai's a savage. He's definitely gonna win. If Tafik Musayev is able to get the win, I'd be shocked. I don't think so. I think he gasses out late. Even just starts to slow down rounds 2 and 3, and he just gets destroyed. Like it up. He's a Central Asian man. Was born in 1888. Yeah, right. Suit and tie with a suitcase in one hand and a spear on a mammoth and another on a mammoth. Exactly, right? He's just dressed up like a lawyer, but he has like a stone spear, just a stick and a sharp pointy rock. A year 9 days. He's almost exactly a year older than me. A year 9 days for sure. Yeah, Orobai's a young savage, bro. This guy has a lot of life left in the sport. I mean, shit, that beating he took against Rombechki, which just looks like Rebecki, but Rombechki, he took a lot of damage in that fight, dude. Like that probably took a little bit off of his longevity. But I feel like he'll be good. Like, when was that fight? Let me see. That was back in October 26th, 2024. So it's been like a solid 8 months since then. Almost 8 months, 7 months. So yeah, he's had time to recover. Orobai should be good coming into this one. He has a chin from the Ice Age, and I don't see Musayev beating him. But yeah, let me go ahead and run through my picks. Usman decision. I just feel like his output is better than Hamdi. I feel like Hamdi kind of got a robbery win in his last fight against Jamal Pogues, and I'm not too impressed by his performance. I'm not impressed with your performance, Hamdi Abdel Wahab. So we're gonna go Usman decision, then Maxim decision. Freaking crazy underdog pick. I just feel like he's good enough on the feet and well-rounded enough with the grappling that he can stop it and he can get this done. Because it's like I think he was surprised by having Charles Johnson shoot a takedown on him. He probably just assumed Charles Johnson's it's a boxer, kickboxer. He's like, I'm not even worried about this dude's grappling. And then he got surprised. He knows what to expect going into this Tagir fight. Like, he knows this dude's a Nurmagomedov. I'm sure he's obviously seen him fight before. He's like, okay, I know this guy's going to try to take me down. Let me go ahead and wrestle. I'm going to be ready for the wrestling. And on the feet, I feel like Maxim can go ahead and smoke him. I just feel like Tagir, I don't know, bro. He just seems like the most beatable of all the Dagestani guys of Khabib's team. Like Umar, I like Umar's skill set a lot more than Tagir's. Obviously, Islam is like the best. And then, yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like Tagir's kind of like the runt. He's like the little dude. And I feel like Maxim can get it done. So let me see. Getting your degree and into the UFC before he's 28, he is so impressive. Like, for real, like, honestly. All jokes aside about him looking like a caveman, like that's some cool shit. Being good enough to like be a savage fighter and also have a degree, like, goddamn. Dude's been grinding, dude's been working. I hate Hamdi. I hope Usman wins. Hamdi doesn't belong in the UFC. Why do you think that? I mean, I'm not saying I like disagree with you. I mean, I don't hate him, but what's your beef with Hamdi, bro? Besides the fact that he's all fat and looks like, Humpty Dumpty, but he seems okay. I mean, and he's also a PED cheat, so I guess he's kind of a fucking dickhead there. And then Alex Siva, submission round 2. Melissa Mullins dominated Claudia Segula on the ground. Alex Siva had some success against Melissa Mullins in the grappling, dropped Melissa Mullins with a shot in round 1. And, I just feel like she's just the more dangerous lady, the better fighter. She should be able to get Segula out of there. I mean, I put round 2 submission here on Topology. It could even be just a round 1 submission. She just gets her down, gets her with an arm bar, like she did with Stephanie Egger. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And then we got Mullins. I put round 2 submission. She ground and pounded Daria Zalezhniakova in their first fight. Got a last second TKO in round 1. And yeah, I feel like she's going to be able to get maybe Daria has a little bit more success defensively, and she's able to survive a little bit longer into the fight. But then, Mullins gets her down in round 2. She's a little bit slower, a little bit more tired. and she can work to get a submission or even another ground and pound finish over Daria there. And then Park, John Young Park, the Iron Turtle. Let me see. I don't think he's UFC level and is getting robberies while juiced up is embarrassing for the sport. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he was juiced up for the post fight. That's why he looked like shit. And that was a robbery. I watched it back the other day. In Pose, I feel like won rounds 2 and 3. Because yeah, Hamdi slowed down a lot and he didn't have a lot of output. He's had 2 fights in the UFC and he didn't even hurt his opponent. Huh. I'm trying to remember. I didn't watch the fight that was overturned to a no contest just because he was on roids. So it's like, what am I going to learn from that? You know what I mean? Like if he's clean now, if he should be, but you know, if he's clean now, I'm not going to learn too much watching him fight when he's on PEDs. But yeah, no, he didn't look good against Jamal Pogues. I feel like he looked pretty shitty. So I feel like Usman had like good success against Mick Parkin, who is a better fighter than Hamdi. Maybe not a better wrestler, but definitely a better striker. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Yawning. You boy's a little bit tired. But I was going Park submission round 3. I feel like he can get this done against Nardiev. I mean, I said on AJ's stream, like if Nardiev can keep it on the feet and he doesn't gas, then yeah, I feel like he can out kickbox Park to a decision. But I don't know, man. I like Park's pressure. I mean, I rewatched the Brad Tavares fight. He just broke Brad Tavares down. He just really put it on him. I found what we're chatting about earlier. What are you talking about? Let me know, Cody. But yeah, I feel like Park can go ahead and just pressure him, get this done. Just get Nardiev tired. Because I rewatched Nardiev versus Sean Brady. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like he was looking tired already in round 2. I mean, he was cutting down to 170. Obviously, the weight cut probably didn't help his stamina, but I don't know. And this was 2020 Sean Brady. This wasn't like, you know, this was before he lost to Bilal. And he was kind of like a newcomer in the UFC, Sean Brady was at this point. So, I don't know. I just feel like Nardiev is prone to gas. If he has no cardio issues, then he's live for sure. But I feel like Park is live. He's going to be able to gas Nardiev out. He's going to be able to put the pace and the pressure on him. Oh, Casey, I found what we were chatting about earlier. The weed, for sure, Cody. Hell yeah, enjoy that, my brother. Enjoy that, my dude. What is the apparatus that you use to smoke the cannabinoids? Just say that in the stupidest way possible. Like, what do you use? Papers, joints, pipe, bong? That's what's up, though. Let me see. But yeah, Park via pressure pace. I feel like he's going to be able to get Nardiev tired, and then joint for sure. Personally, I use a pipe. I don't really like the burn of the paper. Herb, what's good, my boy? What's up, Herb? Hybrid, hell yeah. I like hybrids. Just a nice mix of the both. Get you not too elevated, not too sleepy. What's up, my dude, Herb? I'm just chilling. Going over my picks. Just taking care of AJ's members stream. Like a post show, I guess. I've been seeing you on the UFC prediction trackers. That was up, bro. Yeah, no, for sure. It's because I donated to those dudes like on his channel one time. I'm like, oh, can you put me on the next video? And then they didn't put me on the video, but they replied. They were like, oh, okay, you can and it's gone. Yeah, but I was like, I sent them I put the comment there, can you put me on the video? And they replied saying, oh, you can send your picks into this Gmail account, UFC prediction trackers at gmail.com or whatever it is. And then I sent it in there. And then they put me on there, which is awesome. You know, I thought that they would only put like, you know, big time channels on there, like, you know, people with like more subscribers, you know what I mean? Like I'd say like 1,000 plus, but you know, I was lucky enough to get on there, and I actually got the most what was it called? Most correct picks, like 9 out of 12 for the Buckley Usman card. I was wrong on Buckley, which sucks, but you know, I think I missed Cody Durden, Buckley, and Umar C. But then everything else I got right. But yeah, no, I was happy to be featured on there for sure. And hopefully I can get on there again. And if Maxim hits, bro, if Maxim hits, I can show up on one of the most profitable predictors as well, because nobody's on Maxim. There was only like 3 people picking him on the channel. So if that hits, bro, shit. If feel like that'd be great for me. I'm gonna look like a genius. Durden was violently chinned. Good lord, yeah, dude. It's because I didn't watch any tape on Ochoa. Like I just really didn't know how good he was. I was just kind of like blind picking Durden. I was just like, yeah, Durden, went 3 rounds with Van. He's tough. Blah, 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 blah. And no, no. Ochoa made me look like a dummy for my Durden pick. He just violently chinned him. I mean, Durden rocked him in round 1, but it was Ochoa mostly. Other than that, just dominating that fight. I was wondering how he got all the predictions in place. Yeah, in one place. Yeah, I feel like he does a little bit of his own research, obviously, but then a lot of people send them into him so that it's like more of a streamlined process. Because I asked him not the other day, but like a while ago, like a couple months ago, I was like, yo, no disrespect. How do you have the time to do all this? How, you know what I mean? Because he has like a whole bunch of different picks from a whole bunch of different channels. I'm like, is this guy really watching everybody's videos and just taking their picks down? But no, I guess he has like a method to the madness, which is cool. I seen you took Maxim. What's your thought process? I'm glad you asked. No, but I just feel like, bro, he's so much better than Tagir on the feet with the striking, and I feel like he's gonna be able to keep it on the feet for significant enough periods of time to where he can just outpoint Tagir with the striking, because I feel like he's much better on the feet. Cleaner boxing for sure. He can hurt Tagir. Tagir got dropped on the feet by Tim Elliott by like a crazy left overhand. And I don't know, man. I feel like Maxim, the only reason why he got out grappled by Charles Johnson is because he didn't respect Charles Johnson, like his wrestling. And he was obviously worried about the striking threat. So he's going to know what to expect coming in against Ulanbekov. He's going to be like, okay, this dude's going to wrestle me. So I'm going to prepare for the wrestling. I'm going to be ready for the wrestling. And then, he's going to be ready for the wrestling, and he's going to be able to defend the takedowns. And I feel like he's going to be able to get it done on the feet. If not, he just gets wrestle fucked. And, what can I say? You know what I mean? But I like I like Maxim as an underdog. I feel like this is should be a little bit closer money. I feel like people are just counting him out because he lost to Charles Johnson. And Charles Johnson is like one of the most underrated flyweights in the division. He's a monster. Charles Johnson probably would have beaten Ramazan Temirov if that was a 5-round fight. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm liking Maxim. I feel like just Tagir is like the worst of that group. Ola KZ, what's up, Lane? What a playoff game. Let's go Pacers. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm not a basketball guy. I would say basketball would be like my favorite sport to watch out of like all the ball sports, but like I don't even watch any of them. Like I just play like 2K more than anything, and I don't really play 2K like that just because it's like a bajillion gigs. I like your take, KZ. I appreciate it, Hernanov. Yeah, I'm gonna probably throw Maxim in like a tiny little parlay there, just like $2-3. See what happens, because he's solid plus money. He's like plus 350, so. I'm going to throw him in with like a couple more confident picks like Oralbai, Elliott, Sadikov, and that'll give me some good plus money there. And I feel like I'm going to have another separate parlay with Oralbai, Sadikov, and Elliott, which I feel like is just like lock city, like guaranteed to hit. Like I'd be shocked if any of those dudes lose. And then I have another like smaller one with Maxim thrown in there too, just in case. Because I don't know, man. It's just Ulanbekov, like, yeah, he's good. Like, he has good wrestling, but it's just, he doesn't look like super dominant. And the people that he's choking out, he choked out Cody Durden. He choked out Nate Maness. He's finishing people that aren't like top caliber. And I feel like Maxim's really good. So we'll see. If he gets smoked, then shit. Sorry. Sorry if you're taking this as betting advice, but I like the Maxim pick. I feel like he can get it done. I feel like it's more competitive than the odds are saying. So, yeah, let me see. KZ, will you be playing Gears of War? I don't think so. I mean, Gears of War, maybe. I mean, I'll play the campaign, but it's just like the multiplayer is so sweaty at this point from all the people that have been playing for so long. Let me see. I assume you're thinking the same for Usman. Yeah, I feel like Hamdi wasn't too impressive in his last fight against Jamal Pogues, and I feel like that was a robbery, to be honest. Hamdi just had like some wrestling success in round 1, and then Pogues got back up, and then he didn't wrestle again after that. So, and I like Usman's output. He kept it close with Mick Parkin, who I feel like is a much better striker than Hamdi, and he just throws a lot more than Hamdi. Hamdi in his Jamal Pogues fight didn't throw much. And let me show you guys these stats, like just so you can see what I'm talking about when I said it was a robbery. Because it's like, maybe Hamdi won round 1, but he never hurt Pogues in that fight. And then I feel like Pogues just won that off of off of volume in rounds 2 and 3. So look, yeah, Jamal Pogues 69 strikes to 52 strikes, 69 significance. I like how every single one of Jamal Pogues' strikes is a significant strike. But yeah, and then Hamdi 44 of 87 significant strikes. I feel like, just based on the numbers, kind of looks like a robbery to me. I feel like Pogues won round 2 and 3. But yeah, it is what it is. I feel like Muhammad Usman can get this done for sure. But yeah, KZ, would you ever stream UFC live again? Maybe next week? Oh, just like UFC 5? Just playing the game? For sure, yeah. The thing with that is, like, I would love to have face cam to do that. You know what I mean? It's like I can go ahead and stream the UFC game just straight from the PS5. But it'd be cool to have the face cam going on that too. Please beat him or sleeve him, Usman. Yeah, I like Usman in it, bro. I like Usman. I feel like he can get this done for sure. My girl ain't que onda, lo más bien, hermano. Like Gears of War, I feel like the sweats with like the whole cover shifting. It's just the whole meta in the multiplayer. I don't like it. Let's see. Yeah, I like to see you play the game, but true face game is cool. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and I can probably do some more UFC 5 streams and have people hop in, and same with what Parlay Princess does, just like a Fight Club type thing. Just have people send me invites and we can go ahead and scrap. I'm not opposed to that. It'd be fun for sure. Then where was I on the picks? I said Mullins round 2 submission. She already finished Zalesniakova in round 1. Yeah, I already broke that down. Park submission round 3. And then Elliott decision. I feel like Seokyeon Ko is good. Like when I was watching his fight in Contender Series, like I was impressed. He had good movement. He was slick on the feet. He was fast. But I don't know, man. I just feel like Elliott is just going to be a little bit better just everywhere. Just like a little bit. He's going to be able to put it together better. He has more experience in the big show at the UFC here. He's on a good winning streak. And I don't know, man. I just feel like he can have enough striking success. If anything, kind of gets hairy on the feet. He can wrestle. He can get this done. He can be tactical. Opan Elliott's a crafty vet. No, he's a good prospect with good fight IQ. So I feel like he should be able to get this done here against Seokyeon Ko. But I mean, Seokyeon Ko can win his next fight for sure. He's a good fighter. I'm not saying that he's bad by any means, but I just feel like Elliott's really good. He's on a roll. He should be able to get him out of there. And then Naimov decision. That's what I like against Bogdan Grad. Bogdan Grad's dangerous, dude. I mean, I had a hard time picking that fight, to be honest. I was like, can Grad get this done? But I don't know. Grad, like Lucas Alexander isn't great. Like the person that he beat, Naimov, I feel like is significantly better than Lucas Alexander. And, Naimov has a good fight IQ, even though he was a cheating bastard against Nathaniel Wood. I don't forget about that shit. Freaking kicking him in the balls, grabbing the cage, all that dirty stuff he was doing against Nathaniel Wood. But he still was able to get the W there, even though he was cheating the whole time. But, he did look good against Con Ofley. Bogdan Grad has a more of a danger factor than Con Ofley, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Naimov, he's going to be able to wrestle at the vital times to go ahead and get this done. To beat Bogdan Grad either by decision or just like a late ground and pound, a late submission, because Bogdan Grad was looking gas at the end of his Contender Series fight against what was the dude's name? Michael Aswell. Yeah. I would play, but standing banging only. Yeah. KZ, is that an owl? Like you hear something in the background, like a noise. Pretty sure it's like a whistle from like the security dudes that walk up the street, keeping away the dirty thieves. But yeah, if Bogdan can get ahead of Naimov cheating, he'll win. I mean, I don't hate Bogdan's aggression, but he does kind of leave himself open to be hit. He's not that hittable, like on a Trevor Peak status, but I feel like Naimov should be able to, get key takedowns to keep himself safe enough in the fight. He has good footwork for sure. He's going to be able to, keep the distance as Bogdan's kind of coming forward. He should be able to pick him apart with shots, as Bogdan comes crashing in. But Bogdan is live. Like, he's a tough motherfucker. I'm not counting him out. I'm not saying there's no way that he wins. He can hurt Naimov for sure. He can hurt Naimov, put him away, but I just have a hard time seeing that. I don't think Naimov has ever been finished. I'm going to go ahead and verify that for you guys right now. I don't think Naimov has ever been finished, and I just feel like the only way that Bogdan Grad gets a win is by a finish. So let's see. Naimov, has this dude ever been finished? He's been submitted one time. So let's see. And that was by Felipe Lima. Okay, so Felipe Lima is an absolute monster. Like, I don't feel like Bogdan Grad is on the level of Felipe Lima. And then before that, he was never finished, only by decision. So I don't know, man. I just have a hard time seeing Grad getting it done. Grad reminds me of the punching bag Bob thing. Yeah, he seems as slow as he looks. Yeah, home oil advantage. Oh man, let me see. Yeah, a lot of these dudes, and then Fazeev. Speaking of home field advantage, I like Fazeev because of that home field advantage. Because a lot of people are on Ignacio Bahamondes. I don't. Obviously, I respect that pick. You know, he has the huge reach and height advantage. I feel like if Bahamondes gets it done, he's going to make it look pretty damn clean. He's just going to pick Fazeev apart at range. But, Fazeev has to get in there. He has to get in the pocket, hurt Ignacio early and often. And I feel like he can do that. But I'm skipping forward. Let's see. We got Sadikov, round 2 KO. I feel like Sadikov is just like the easiest pick of the card. If Nicholas Moto wins, I'd be shocked. Like Sadikov would just have to give him the KO at that point. Like you would just have to be fighting like a fucking idiot, and then just Nicholas Moto just chins him, lands a perfect punch, and just puts him out. But I just don't see that happening at all. But yeah, I don't think so. I feel like there has to be some guys on gear this card. Yeah, I mean it's definitely possible. Being out here in Azerbaijan, like how are they going to be drug testing these dudes? I mean, they probably drug test them before the fight, right? And then afterwards, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. Like, because if Kuniev is coming in on steroids, then I feel like he can beat Blades. But if not, then I feel like Blades gets the W here. But yeah, and if Hamdi comes back in on steroids, he can get the win. But if not, I feel like Usman gets it done. Bro, the size difference is too big, although I think Bahamondes is a little slower on the feet. That's the thing, bro. Fazeev is so fast, and he can close the distance so well. He's so explosive. And the last time Bahamondes fought someone similar to Fazeev and Klein, and I feel like Fazeev is just a better version of Ludovic Klein. Like, he was getting cracked. He actually got, like, out-jabbed in certain occasions, even with the range advantage, Klein was able to, kind of get out of the way of the jab and then come back with his own jab and give it to Bahamondes there. And I think that Klein and Fazeev are the same size. Let me go ahead and confirm this for you guys. Fazeev, here we go. 5'8", 173-inch reach. Oh, wait, no. 5'8", 173 centimeters. Reach, 71.5. And then Ludovic Klein. Ludovic Klein is 5'7". I don't think that Fazeev is taller than Klein. I feel like, if anything, Fazeev is 5'7" as well. And then reach 72.5. He has 1 inch reach over Fazeev, Klein does. But I don't know, bro. It's like these guys are very similar in size. I feel like if Klein can get it done against Bahamondes, Fazeev can as well. So it's like you're going to say yes, but Bahamondes has made improvements since the Klein fight. Yes, I will give that to you. But do we not think that Fazeev is better than Klein? You know what I mean? So it's like the improvements that Bahamondes has made, I feel like Fazeev can just stick right there with him. Let's see here. Bahamondes thinks he's better on the ground, according to his interview this week. Yeah, because he triangled Jalen Turner. But, bro, like, Jalen Turner put himself in that triangle. Like, he did not respect Bahamondes' ground game, like his bottom game at all. And he just gave that to him easy. I don't see Fazeev just giving that to him, especially with the fact that he did it already. He's going to be looking out for that. He's going to be, okay, this kid has triangles off of his back. Let me not get caught on the triangle. Kuniev and Hamdi on the gear. Maybe. I mean, I'd like to see the weigh-ins. I'd like to see what these dudes are looking like. If they're looking saucy, if they're looking like significantly less body fat, and like a good amount of muscle on them, then shit. I feel like they're definitely live. But if they're looking just chunky as fuck, I feel like their opponents are going to win, Usman and Blades. Let's see. The only thing that scares me is how calculated Bahamondes was versus Torres. He made the TKO look effortless with a perfect time straight shot. That's true. I like the Torres knockout too from Bahamondes, but do we really think that Fazeev is going to be that reckless? Like Torres, the way that Bahamondes caught him, like he was swinging just super wide, just like he swung just a right hook just as far as he could. And yeah, Fiziev has to reach to get to Bahamondes, but I feel like he's going to bring himself forward with his feet. Like he's not going to be overextended. He's going to be like in position, in good position to get out of the way of any returns, or at least, you know, defend properly. Like Torres was just completely overextended, you know, kind of like Sargi was against that one dude, June, whatever that Korean dude's name was. I don't even remember. He got the crazy KO with like that pull left hook. But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like Torres just overextended himself on that punch, and I don't see Fiziev doing that. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not counting Bahamondes out. I mean, for sure that reach and height advantage is hard to ignore. I'm not gonna argue with you guys on that there. Can we hope this card is better than Atlanta, or is that too much to ask? I feel like this card has potential. I mean, the Atlanta prelims were dope. The main card is definitely going to be better. The main card is definitely going to be better than UFC Atlanta, because UFC Atlanta main card is all decisions. I feel like we can definitely get some finishes on the main card here, so it's going to be sick. This card will be better. We shall have faith. Agreed. Agreed. Halftime. Fiziev versus Baha, fight of the night. Yeah, potentially for sure. Or who else? Let me see. Yeah, or just Roundtree Hill if they go to war. We'll see. We'll see if Hill's durability holds up, because we know Roundtree's durable. We know that motherfucker can take some punishment. We saw that against Pereira, so we'll see if Hill can kind of, you know, hang in there with him in the war. Let's see. Since they're going to be in their home time zone, this card going to be lit for sure. Exactly. Like all the Azerbaijani fighters, like, and Fiziev has that big hometown advantage going into the fight. So, you know, he's the hometown guy. This card, it was essentially built around Fiziev. You know, he's not the main event, and it's Roundtree and Hill, but do we think that the crowd is going to be going as crazy for Roundtree and Hill as they are going to be going for Fiziev when he's walking out? Like, I highly doubt it. Like, the crowd is going to be going absolutely ballistic for Rafael Fiziev as he's making his way out there. And I feel like that's just going to give him all the motivation he needs to just style on Bahamondes. You know, I feel like he's had enough Muay Thai fights to where he has the experience against long, lanky guys. Like, I don't think that this is going to be the first. Holy shit! Loud car in the background. I don't think this is going to be the first long, lanky striker that Fiziev has ever fought. You know, Fiziev has like 200 Muay Thai fights, and even in training, I'm sure that he has long, lanky dudes to work with. So I feel like he's going to have his ways, his methods to close the distance, get Bahamondes with some shots, keep himself safe, because he's fast. He's fast. Fiziev is fast as fuck. And I feel like he should be able to close the distance. He's really explosive. He should be able to put shots on Bahamondes. I don't know if he's going to get him out of there, but I feel like he can win a decision. And also, something to note, in his last fight, Fiziev against Gaethje, and Fiziev Gaethje 2 in the rematch, he was taking Gaethje down. He took him down twice in the first round. So I feel like if he can take Justin Gaethje down, I feel like he can definitely take down Bahamondes. And if he can just keep himself safe, you know, not get triangled, he can establish, you know, he can kind of burn out the time there, you know, kind of win the fight on top a little bit, let him up, you know, do some work from there. Just like Klein did basically against Bahamondes. I feel like Fiziev just kind of needs to copy the Klein blueprint, and he can go ahead and get this done for sure. Fiziev lock. Fiziev having y'all must have figured out would be cinema. Yeah, I mean, I could see it, bro. I mean, Fiziev, like, we're just gonna act like this dude's not an elite striker. You know, he is for sure. Just because he lost to Gaethje twice and injured his leg against Gamrot. I don't know, man. Bahamondes has the reach, but I just feel like Fiziev has the skills to make up for it. You know, I don't feel like he's just going to get his head jabbed off at range. You know, he probably has some tools to get around it. Thoughts on over 2.5 Fiziev versus Baha? I like it. Both guys are tough as shit. So, you know, neither guy's going to quit. I don't think. I don't see either guy quitting. And unless they just, you know, get a crazy knockout, then, you know, there's not much you can do about that. But, you know, Fiziev took shots off of Gaethje, kept going. Bahamondes was hurt against Klein early, kept going, made it to a decision. So, yeah, both these dudes are tough. I feel like over 2.5. I like it for Fiziev Bahamondes. Yeah, because I got Fiziev by decision. That's my pick. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get him out of there, but I feel like he can just score enough, uh, be effective enough with the striking that he can get the nod from the judges. And then it also helps that he's freaking Azerbaijani, and this isn't Azerbaijan. So even if it's like a close, razor close fight, you already know they're going to give that shit to Fiziev. There's no way that they give a close fight to Bahamondes. The crowd is going to go crazy. They're going to be booing. They're going to be going nuts. The judges are going to have an inherent bias for Fiziev. Fiziev does flashy stuff with the striking. He has big moments. With the body kicks and everything else that Fiziev does. So Fiziev plot armor is there. Yeah, no, he's definitely being set up to win. I'm pretty sure they don't want him losing in Azerbaijan. They want to build this market, and Fiziev is the most popular dude out of this region, out of that country. So I feel like Fiziev is live here to get the win. And then where was I on the rest of the picks? Sadikov, I'm pretty sure I talked about that already. Yeah, Sadikov is just going to have to give Moda the KO in order for him to win. Like, I don't see it happening unless Sadikov just makes a stupid-ass mistake and just doesn't respect the power of Moda. But I feel like Sadikov's a smart fighter. He's not going to go in there and be stupid and get himself knocked out. And then Oralbai. I like Oralbai heavy here. Like I said, Musayev quitting his last fight. Oralbai no quitting him. I feel like Oralbai is going to gas him out. And then Musayev was also slowing down in the third round of a Bellator fight that almost nothing was happening in. So Oralbai is going to push the pace. He's going to push the pressure. He's going to get in his face. He's going to be swinging shots at him as long as the fight's lasting. And I feel like he's going to be able to gas Musayev out and get him out of there. The young savage from 10,000 BC. Then Blades. I got Blades by KO, man. I feel like Kuniev, I'm just not impressed by Rizvan Kuniev, to be quite honest with you guys. Just his two contender series fights, one was against this big muscle-bound Brazilian dude that was having some success early. And then he just kind of gassed out, and Kuniev was able to ground and pound TKO him in round 3. Sweet Jesus. And then his second contender series fight was against this dude, Hugo Cunha. Not impressive whatsoever. This was just some fat Brazilian guy. From the very beginning of the fight, the first 10 seconds, Cunha was fainting at him, and this guy was just fucking covering up. He backed himself up against the cage, and he was just biting on every feint, just really scared to get hit. And Blades is not going to be that's not going to be Curtis Blades. I don't feel like Kuniev is going to be able to exploit Blades in the wrestling. Oh man, yeah, he can land a big overhand on Blades and put him out, but I feel like Blades has good enough footwork. He should be able to come in here and get this done. If not, then maybe Blades retires. But I think Blades, I don't think he's out of his prime yet. He's still he's only 34. Let me go ahead and tell you guys. Blades is only 34, 35. Let's see. Yeah, Blades is 34. So, yeah, I feel like Blade's still in his prime. He's taking a lot of damage, yes, but I just feel like skill for skill, he should be able to get this done against Kuniev, who just wasn't impressive in his tape from what I watched. And then, he beat Hernan Ferreira, but he was on steroids. So if he's clean for this fight, then I feel like Blade's going to get this done for sure. And then we already talked about Fiziev Bahamondes. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah, and then Roundtree KO. Round 3 is my pick on Typology. I don't know, man. I just feel like Roundtree. I like Hill. Hill has obviously good power in his hands. He's been knocking people out since the beginning of his UFC run. But I don't know, man. I just feel like Roundtree, he's just more committed to the game. He has a better team around him, with John Wood and where he's training at. I feel like he should be able to have a good game plan coming into this. And sweet baby Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, I just had to get a good yawn in there. But yeah, man, I feel like Khalil is going to be able to come in here with a good game plan and just frustrate Jamal Hill. He's going to be landing good leg kicks. He's going to be defensively sound. He's probably had some good looks from good long boxers during his training camp. And I don't know, man, Jamal Hill's team, he's just fighting out of Detroit. He was able to beat Glover with that team, but washed Glover is not the same as Khalil Roundtree, you know. And then that was a tough fight on the feet for Hill as well. I mean, it's not like Glover wasn't landing. So I don't know, man. I just feel like Hill coming off of 2 knockout losses. Who knows where his head's at? Who knows where his durability's at? I just feel like Roundtree is live to get it done in this fight. If it goes to decision, I'll be shocked. If Hill manages to get the KO, I'm not going to be like, whoa, oh my God, Hill, one of the craziest power punchers at light heavyweight, KO'd him. It's like, no, it's not going to be shocking either. But it's just like, I feel like Khalil being more dedicated to the game, he should be able to get this done. He's going to come. He has the better team around him, like I said. I'm just repeating myself at this point. But yeah, I like Khalil here. I like Khalil. If you guys want to talk about anything else, I mean, shit. We can talk about whatever. You can let me know what you're thinking about the card. If you can let me know what you're thinking about, you can show me your parlays, ask me what I'm thinking about it. But yeah. Yeah, and what Herb said, since they're going to be in their home time zone, this card's going to be late. Yeah, it's not going to be a bunch of dudes walking out at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. You know, I feel the same way about Curtis, but at the same time, both him and Hill are losing to the best of their divisions. Yeah, and I don't feel like Kuniev is the best of the heavyweight division in the UFC. Like, I just don't feel like he's at that level. I don't feel like he's at that caliber. It's like he just kind of holds people up against the fence, swings big shots. But it's like he's not a Pavlovich, he's not an Aspinall, he's not an Ngannou. He doesn't have the same punching power as Derek Lewis. You know what I mean? It's just like, if Blades is washed, if Blades is not the same fighter as he was before, yes, I feel like Kuniev wins. But if Blades is still, still there, like if he's still in his prime, I feel like Blades should be able to get it done. He just has better footwork. He's longer. He has a good reach advantage. Let me see, what is Blades' reach advantage? I put it in a note here. 4-inch reach. So yeah, Blades is a 4-inch reach advantage. This is something that I like to do. Can I put this? Let me see. I have like a Word document that I do to like basically break down these fights as I go through watching them. Can I share this? Entire screen. Okay. Yeah. There we go. This is what I pull up. So this Word document here. Oh, if I pull this up, I got the Discord. Okay, so let's just do this. So I go who has better wrestling, who has better striking, who has better jiu-jitsu, who has better footwork, who has better durability, toughness, heart, cardio, fight IQ. And then this, I added output just so I could put Usman here just on the output. So yeah. For the wrestling, I got Hamdi. Striking, I got Usman. Jiu-jitsu, Hamdi. Footwork, I would say relatively even. Durability, toughness, heart, even. Cardio, I like Usman. Fight IQ, Hamdi, I feel like, just because, the wrestling and he can kind of mix in takedowns, and then output Usman. So I feel like if this goes to a decision, Usman should be able to take it on the cards. If you guys are worried about like some kind of bias for Hamdi because he's a Muslim, Usman's name is literally Muhammad, so that should cancel out any kind of Muslim bias there. So we're good for an Usman decision. And then I can't see chat because I'm sharing the whole screen. If I open up StreamYard, it just looks like this. Ew. But yeah. Tigr Ulanbekov, Maxim. I got wrestling for Ulanbekov, striking Maxim, jiu-jitsu Ulanbekov, footwork Maxim, durability, toughness, heart, even. Like I haven't really seen either of these dudes hurt. Besides Tigr, he got dropped by Tim Elliott. And Tim Elliott was cheating like a motherfucker in that fight. He was grabbing his gloves, grabbing the cage. Tim Elliott's a dirty piece of shit, bro. I hope Kai Asakura knocks him the fuck out. Let me just say that. I don't like Tim Elliott at all. He's a dirty bastard. And then, yeah, cardio even, fight IQ, I would say is relatively even. Like, I don't feel like either of these guys make like stupid mistakes in their fights. But yeah, that's what I'm liking here on both of those guys. Let me go ahead and stop sharing, see what you guys are saying. I don't know if you guys think that little blueprint, I guess, the outline that I do for the fights is kind of cool. But let me see. I see Rizvan wrestling to a decision. Really? Blades has the most takedowns in heavyweight history, but hasn't got one for 3 years. If Rizvan takes him down, I see Blades kind of giving up like Buck. Nah, man, I don't think so. Tie by flying knee against him. I hope so, bro. I hope whatever it is, it's just violent because I fucking hate Tim Elliott, bro. He's a dirty bastard, and he just seems like just a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, Rizvan wrestling Blades to a decision. Damn, I'd be shocked really if that happened. I feel like Blades should be able to defend the wrestling. You know, he was struggling against Almeida, but Almeida's a physical specimen. Like that guy's a fucking panther in human form. Kuniev is not that. You know, he's just like a big. Sorry, just itching. Itching my foot. He's just like a big tubby heavyweight. I don't think he's gonna have the same wrestling success. I mean, he might have a lot of clinch control like against the cage, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he's gonna be taking Curtis Blades down. If he does, shit, and then you called it, bro. I'll fucking shut. I'll give you the respect, Hollow Heretic. I just don't see it. This fight was made so long ago, and they must have really wanted this matchup. We're talking about Tim Elliott versus Kaya Sakura. Or no, Rizvan versus Curtis Blades. Yeah, it's true. Because they canceled it like freaking how many times? 3 times, and they kept putting it back together every single time. Maybe. I mean, maybe you're right. The matchmakers might want to get Rizvan a featured win over a respected name and Curtis Blades to have another contender in at heavyweight. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here soon, guys, just because I'm yawning in everybody's face over and over again. Your boy's tired. But, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Smash the like button, subscribe, all that cool stuff. I'll hang out for a little bit longer just in case anybody else wants to say anything about any of the fights or just ask anything in general. Video game talk. I'm always down for that. Oh, Jesus. I would show you guys the scar. Hang on. Can you guys see the scar on my knee? Can I pull this fucking shit up? No, you can't really see it. There's the surgery scar. It's looking pretty gnarly. There it is. The hairy ass leg. They shaved this part of the leg for the incision. But yeah, I got the stitches taken out on Tuesday, and it still hurts like shit. Well, it's not that bad. Knee doesn't feel great, obviously. Sorry if that is like super annoying with the chair against the wall. But yeah, let me see. Favorite video game right now? That's a good question. What have I been playing the most? I mean, I like Fortnite no build, but I'm definitely not going to call that my favorite game. Cyberpunk 2077 is cool. The Last of Us Part 2 is really cool. We were saying right now. Splitgate 2 is cool. Splitgate 2 is a free-to-play FPS game. It's kind of like Halo and Portal. You have like portals and you can like move yourself around the map. Let's say I shoot a portal here, bloop, and then I shoot a portal over there on that wall. Or like wherever else, I can look through the portal and then shoot dudes out of the other portal. Splitgate 2. Pretty cool. And then I recently installed Battlefield 2042 because I was live that was free on the PlayStation Plus Extra. It took the whole Battlefield 5 community over there with it because, they released Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 and then Battlefield 2042 on the PS Plus, which I like. And, I've been playing some Battlefield. Glad recovery is going well. Yeah, I appreciate you, my dog. For sure. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep on trucking with this recovery. But and then just all time, I love Skyrim. That's my shit. I'm an RPG guy. Like I play mostly everything. Like I'll play a lot of stuff. I'm not really like a big sports game guy, like 2K, Madden, MLB. I'm not really into that too much. I like more of like the real video games, you know what I mean? Like not those games aren't real video games, but just like the shit that's like more fantasy, like shooting type of stuff. Fallout 4 is dope. Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3. I'm a big time gaming nerd. I play all sorts of shit. And I've been playing since I was a youngin' back on the Nintendo 64, to the PlayStation 2, to an Xbox 360, to a PS4, and now a PS5. And Xbox One as well. I had one as well. And then I sold it when I was in college. But yeah, and I played on the Wii. I played on the... I have a Switch as well. I completely forgot about that. I barely play on the Switch. That's crazy that I forgot that I have a Nintendo Switch. But I don't even play on it. And I played on the GameCube a lot, you know, Super Smash Bros. That's my shit. I don't have Smash on the Switch though. I should. I got Mario Kart. But yeah, mans. Yeah, dudes. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my library real quick. Oh. Oh. Let's see. I'll let you know what I got right now. Useless. But yeah, I'm liking these streams. Hopefully, I'm able to do well on the picks. You know, I'm worried about Maxim. Obviously, he's a big underdog. You know, Tagir obviously favored to win, but we saw Umar C was favored to win, and Metafield got that done. So shit, you can't just trust the odds every single time. We'll see. UFC 5 Chivalry 2 is cool. I like Chivalry 2 a lot. I play that mainly on PC just because I'm way better at it on my laptop with a mouse and keyboard than I am with a controller. And yeah, Skyrim I like. Helldivers 2 is cool. I got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero because Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3 was my shit back on the PS2. So I just wanted to get that because it was on sale. Metro Exodus I haven't installed. I haven't really played it yet, but I played the first 2 Metro games, 2033 and Last Light. Those are dope. Last of Us Part 1, the finals, Minecraft, which everyone loves. Let's see. And my collection. Let's just look at the games that I've bought. Store. See, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Battlefield 1, Cyberpunk 2077, Borderlands 3, Spider-Man 2, which I love. I love the Spider-Man games. Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and then Spider-Man 2. Very dope. Let's see. The Witcher 3. I never beat The Witcher 3, but I put a solid amount of time into it, like a good 50, 60 hours, but it's like, Jesus Christ. It's a long-ass game. GTA 5, obviously. It's Red Dead Redemption 2. Love that game. Really, really, really good. Bully. Like the old school Bully. Let me see. This one with Jimmy Hopkins. Old school PS2 game. That's the shit. Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of nerdy shit. I got a whole bunch of like, you know, more casual stuff and the fantasy RPG nerd shit. Like I'm into that too. But yeah, bros, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I only got one person in here right now. Everybody else got bored. But I appreciate the one chat member for hanging with me the whole time. And I hope you guys have a good night. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you bros later. Have a good one. Peace out.